Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Not So Super Fan. I know I said I wouldn't talk about sport. I don't like doing spoiler review. That's one thing I don't like doing. But one of my friends posted a comment and basically talk about as far as certain things that happen in the movie that kind of affect the MCU later on, and it brought a lot to my head. And as far as like the character that did a couple things that I feel like might affect the MCU and the whole. One thing is Captain America. He did, I think, three things I think he did that might affect the MCU as far as timeline and the whole. Because if you guys remember when the Hulk or Doc Hulk, Professor Hulk, when he was talking to the Ancient One, she explained to him that if he removed the stone from this current timeline, they have to place them back exactly where they found them. So with that happening, now we have that situation. But one thing during that event, when Cap goes in the elevator, if you guys with the current Shield agent, but we know as Hydra agent, and Cap from the future know that they're Hydra agent, but they don't know that Cap knows that. So in order to get the stone from them, he basically said, "Hell, Hydra." The director knows, the boss knows, so they believe that he's part of Hydra. So what if later on they realize that Cap is not actually part of Hydra, but they feel like he might be aware that Hydra exists? Would that lead to Captain America's assassination? Because he does get assassinated in the comic, which leads to a lot of event. Another thing is, when with him getting assassinated, do they still go on that mission to Africa if he gets assassinated, or that would affect Wakanda? No, a bunch of things, but I don't think that would affect necessarily Civil War. But another thing Cap did was when he was fighting himself, Bucky's alive. But I know he used the staff on him, but did the staff necessarily wiped out his memory? So with that happening, does the Cap from that year, current timeline, does he go look for Bucky, which could affect the whole Civil War, the whole court situation? Because now, do they still go to that mission in Africa? Do that building still get blown up? Which does Black Panther reveal himself? And there's a lot of things, as far as Tony, as far as them now, the Accord being assigned, and or Tony start breaking up the crew and Captain America fighting. There's a lot that could affect the timeline by him just saying that. Just to take a couple seconds for somebody to ruin the timeline, which they said. The third thing is when Cap went back in time to return the stone. One thing he did was he didn't come back, so he lived his life. And you guys know and Captain America, the original Avenger, is by him sacrificing himself, which led to Shield being created. Shield being created. Now does he reveal himself to the world that he's alive, or it's just him and Peggy Carter? Does he let Peggy Carter know that there's Shield agent within the during that time of his existence throughout the year? Does he let Shield know that there's Hydra agent within their organization? And how does him going back in time affect the Marvel universe? Or does he there's a lot that could happen as far as him going back. I'm assuming, since we saw Nick Fury in the funeral, I'm assuming Shield was indeed established. But how, by Captain America staying back, how does it affect the MCU in the whole? Because him getting frozen ice basically had a lot of thing as far as like the whole MCU. I don't know how to put it, but I just feel like by him staying behind, it does affect the current MCU timeline. And another thing is, so with this has nothing to do with the timeline now, but it mostly has to do with Scarlet Witch. With the Disney Plus coming in, and they have Vision and Scarlet Witch Vision show coming. Does Scarlet Witch try to bring back Vision, like she did? Was it House of M, which she created a whole universe? Does that happen? There's a lot of things that could happen that could affect the as far as the Marvel universe. Or we could possibly get Wolverine. I'm not saying, but one of my theories, we could possibly get Wolverine. So now that they don't have a soldier, does Shield goes and or some kind of organization goes and, hey, we need a soldier to fight our battle, and they go initiate the the X program, and it's what happened. But it's just theories. I'm not really in depth into comic like that, but I read comics. But it's certain theories that I feel that happened. And with Thanos being wiped out at the current timeline, but he's no longer in the past, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that happened in this current movie that gonna affect the past time of the MCU universe. Now Thanos is wiped out. The Thanos from 2014 is wiped out. That's currently. So does he? It's ridiculous. And now Thor joining the Guardian. Does he discover Beta Ray Bill? Adam Warlock. We never got to see Adam Warlock. What happened when Adam Warlock's is he gonna wake up in the new Guardian of the Galaxy movie? Like I said again, there's a lot of things that could happen. We get, like I said again, Beta Ray Bill. Does he show up? Since Thor now is part of the Guardian, they travel. What will happen in the current MCU? I'm pretty sure with the Spider-Man movie coming out, they said they will announce that's going to lead to Phase 4. It's not necessarily the beginning of Phase 4, but I think it's going to lead to Phase 4. But it's just certain theories I have. We'll see what happens. But guys, if you have any thoughts, ideas, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Even with Hulk, he's Professor Hulk now. I think Professor Hulk is probably the weakest Hulk of them all, which I feel like they didn't do him justice. But Professor Hulk is the weakest Hulk of them all. Then we have, does this lead to Master Hulk? Who's total villain? It's crazy. But once again, guys, let me know what you think. What are your ideas? What are your thoughts? Do you have any theories about the Marvel Universe? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know if I'm wrong or right. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and I will be getting back at you with more reviews and reactions.